다 몸을 떠나갈 거야 right now 영앤 free 두려울 건 없잖아.
Oh man, here we are. Hi, this video by the title, you're probably like, ooh, interesting. So, yeah, I have been pondering this for quite a while now, pretty much since the end of last year, and I've come to the conclusions that time changes, memories have been made, life goes on, and groups come, groups go, groups have a lot going on in their contractual lives, and I have realized now that I am un-ulting one of my favorite groups. So the memories that I've made, the joy I've had of buying their albums is something that cannot be duplicated or replicated or detract from how much I love the group's music and hold that group's music deeply in my heart. But I've just realized that I've kind of decided that I don't need to ult them. I don't need to ult them. So I'm talking about Infinite. I've decided after a lot of thinking that I am going to stop ulting Infinite. Not because I dislike the group or anything. It's just the chances of a group comeback are slim to probably none, and everything is changing with them. People are leaving Woolim left and right. I think the only ones left are Sungjong and Sungyul, if I believe, or Sungyul left, but Sungjong is still there. Sungjong is definitely still there. Sungyul, I think he might have left. I don't remember. I don't remember everything. I don't remember all the details. But basically, I have pretty much their entire Korean discography completed, minus a few solo releases that thank you minus a few solo releases that have been released that I just never had the chance to buy when they came out, and I feel like I have all the group albums completed for Korean discography, and I feel like that to me is complete enough, and I've decided to just move on with my K-pop journey. Infinite has been a group that I've ulted since 2014. 2013, I was really getting into Infinite. They released Man in Love, and that was my step into the Infinite world as an inspirit. And since then, it's been a very fun ride, and they've really been a strong group in my life until the past year and a half, where I kind of was not looking for them. I wasn't wishing for them to make things happen because I knew that there wasn't going to be things happening. And that's perfectly fine. Groups don't last forever. And a lot of second generation groups we've seen come and disband over time, and Infinite supposedly isn't disbanded, but everyone is kind of just on their own paths in life. Myungsu's in the military. Sungyul just came back. He's starting his career as an actor more time, and, you know, all fine and dandy. So, yeah. I'm still going to love the albums and music that I enjoy from Infinite. I'm just no longer going to collect for them anymore, which is a scary thought, but I haven't bought a new Infinite album since Top Seed, and then after that, the last Infinite thing that I bought was Wooyeon's A New Journey and Myungsu's little single album before he left for the military. So there hasn't really been a lot of things that I've bought in. So it is a little sad, but it's not the end of the world. I still love Infinite. They're still one of my favorite groups. They're still a group that holds a lot of importance to me. But just like with B1A4, over time I kind of strayed from them. I enjoyed the music that they released when I was a huge fan of them. And eventually they just kind of didn't really make music. There was a lot of contract stuff. People left the company, people left the group, and people come and people go. So the same is going on with me in Infinite. I still love the music. I still love all the members of Infinite. They all hold a very special place in my heart. Myung-soo is still going to continue to be my ultimate bias, shared with Unwoo, and that's not going to change. That's not going to change because Myung-soo is still a very important person in the Korean entertainment industry to me. And I'll always have the memory of Infinite and how much I loved them. And I'll always have my Infinite tattoo. So I don't have any regrets with me and my journey with Infinite. And it's just coming to an end. And it is what it is. I've been thinking a lot about which groups are in my top 10 for quite a while now. And people are shifting around. Infinite is no longer going to be up in the ranks of like the top like they've used to, but they'll still be a special group to me. And also there's another group in my top 10 that actually I'm deciding I'm not going to collect for until I connect with their music more, because the last few things that they've released I've really just not been impressed. It's been decent, it's been generic, it's not given me the same joy of their earlier releases. So it's just all personal preference. It's all personal preference at the end of the day. Just because I decide that I don't want to continue collecting for a certain group or continue ulting a certain group doesn't mean that the group is not a good group, that the group is trash. That is not true at all, because the groups are super talented and every group has people that love their music full-heartedly, 100%. I just am changing. My musical tastes since last year have really changed quite a bit in K-pop and in American music as well. I started getting into country music because of Casey Musgraves' Golden Hour, and now I have really found a liking to female country singers like Maren Morris and Kelsey Ballerini, and there's a few other ones. You know, I think it's great music. I think it's very catchy. I've also been getting more into older music. Like, I've really found myself enjoying the Carpenters a lot recently. Other like 50s and 60s girl groups, I've just been really enjoying their music as well. So my musical tastes have been changing a lot. I've also been getting more into rock bands since last year. Here and there before that I was like, yeah, I like a few bands. Like I liked Panic at the Disco, I liked All Time Low, and that was about it. But now I've kind of been branching off into more other things, finding other albums from bands that I actually am really enjoying. Like I really enjoyed the Wolfgang Amadeus album by Phoenix, and I also have really found a liking to Vampire Weekend's music, something that I never would have listened to a few years back. So I've just been really evolving and changing with my musical styles and interests. And unfortunately, Infinite is a group that is not going to be able to evolve with me because there's no new music for me to really digest at the moment. So that is that. So as of now, my ultimate groups are 17 and EXO. They're still in my ults. EXO, I love EXO, my heart. 17, of course, is still a very important group to me. And while we're on the topic of ulting groups, big news. No, it's not. But last year, was it last year or was it earlier this year? Shit. The years are just melting together because it doesn't feel like anything is really changing. I made an announcement that Unwoo was going to be my ultimate bias, sharing the spot with Myung-soo because I just have so much love for Unwoo. And I have so much love for Astro, immense love for Astro, that they will now be joining that top spot with 17 and EXO. It's not a replacement. I feel like this has been a long time coming. Ever since I saw them in concert was just such a life-changing moment when I got to do the high touch with them. And, you know, I feel like, yeah, Astro for me is a group that brings me immense joy. I love their music so much. It is so my style. It is such my vibe that it was really only a matter of time before I came to the realization that they were an ults group for me, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited for their new comeback. So a lot of changes going on with my K-pop life and my K-pop journey, and I'm excited to see where it goes, and from now until whenever I have some other life-changing K-pop events happen to me. So that is pretty much the end of this video, I would say. I don't really have anything else more to say. Infinite is still a very important group to me. I'll still go back and listen to all the hits, all the B-sides, all of my favorites. When I redid my shelves earlier this year, I did actually take off my Infinite collection and put them in the storage boxes, which I feel like was my first step into un-ulting them, which I kind of left it at that. When I put the albums in the storage boxes, I was like, okay. And then afterwards I was like, yeah, I definitely think that I need to evaluate this, and I have, and it is what it is. So that is how I feel at the current moment, and it's a little bizarre because I've been a huge fan of Infinite for quite a while now, and it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm looking at my shelves as I make this video, and I feel like there is some more rearrangements that need to be done. I'm thinking, because, you know, I'm constantly fighting for shelf space, and I just kind of need to move stuff around a little bit. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I know it was kind of all over the place. There was a lot of stuff that I said that pertains to myself only, and it is what it is. So if you see me no longer talk about Infinite on this channel, now you know why, and respect my decision. I know it's not easy to admit to the world that you are un-ulting a group, because in the eyes of many that don't really pay attention and don't really listen to everything, they'll take it way out of context and misconstrue and switch around your words to make it seem like, oh, you don't like the group anymore, or you think they're trash, which is not the case. So don't start with that BS, because I will still gather your whole entire life in a span of 2 seconds. So respect my decision, because I respect yours, as long as you're not saying stuff that is completely inappropriate and disrespectful. We can have a mutual conversation, and thank you for watching this video. I will see you on the next one, and yes, all right, that is it. Bye.